for waiting. Who wants to kick it off? Tony?
Thank you for your time, Jonas. Could you go ahead and take me through tonight tactically and what ended up working and what's been now after 2 weeks kind of falling into place for your squad?
Yeah, I think we was definitely one of our better performances so far this year, especially at Snapdragon. I think what I liked with the performance and some of the strengths that we have had both in the game against Utah and now here is being like how we can combine having good balance in our attack so we don't get countered on, but still being able to put real attacking threats up front. And I think it really gives us that when we can play with two wide forwards like Delfin Cascarino and Dudinia, because we get two really good 1v1 players that can operate both wide. They can go around to take crosses, they can go inside to shoot. It gives us a lot of variety, and while we sometimes either been stuck on the right side or been only able to do certain things on one side, I think it gives us a lot more variety in the way that we can attack, and I think that looks really good. I think we, as a team, pressed really well today. We forced a lot of turnovers for Chicago. That's not only one or two players, that's the whole team. And I think we showed good patience and quality in our build-up, where we could be calm, they could end up chasing the ball, and from there on, when we find a free player, we really changed gears and had some fast attacks. So all in all, an important game for us. It was a good night. It was nice to be able to go back and both score a lot of goals and also win here at Snapdragon. Like, it was definitely the way that we wanted to finish off the season at home, and a good way to end before we go to the international break and a long run of games. And ultimately here now we met and qualified for playoffs, which was our initial goal of the season, which is really nice and a compliment to everyone's really hard work and effort to doing that. And now we can look forward and ahead and for the next challenges that come.
And then how can you build on that consistency now moving into this final game of the regular season into playoffs? How do you build the consistency on the squad, especially with that international break?
Yeah, well, we have 6 players left, so it's a bit from having an 11. And I mean, that's also a compliment to players who have been doing it well. They're going away. I hope they have a really good time here with their national teams, both the youth and the full ones. Then we connect back again in Kansas, and we need to do that in a good and an efficient way and find our rhythm. I think it's going to be the same for almost every team that's going to be in playoffs, that we will have a short preparation time. We can see that the table is still very mobile, so there is not so much set in what teams you can play or not. So you need to have a lot of different envelopes with different plans in, both with traveling and hosting and so on. So there needs to be a lot of people that have a lot of different plans that just needs to be ready to be executed Sunday evening on the 2nd of November.
First of all, congratulations on clinching the playoffs. As it is right now, hosting the playoffs home is still a possibility. Just 1 point behind Seattle waiting for the plays. How is the team feeling internally? Do they still believe that they can host the playoffs?
I think it's a very ambitious team, but we said before, we take one game at a time. It's no doubt we go into one of the more difficult places that you can go in the world to play soccer. We're going away against Kansas, who has been phenomenal so far this season. Now they ended up losing today. I haven't seen that game, but I don't think that's a team that would like to lose 2 games in a row going into playoffs. So they're probably going to be really, really motivated for that game as well. So are we. So we just need to focus on that game, putting our best foot forward, doing everything we can, and then hopefully we end up as high as possible in the table. But I look a lot when I try to compare. I look at the number of points, and I think that's what you need to sort of, I think, judge the team performance on. I think you need to see how many points the team took last season, how many points the team has taken this season, and I think it's a quite good growth. It's probably one of the teams that has been developing the most in the league. If you look at the amount of, like, the points difference between 2024 to 2025, and that being in a year where we done a lot of change, both staffing wise but also player wise, and losing some key players at the beginning of the season. I think it's a real testament to the club, to the owners, to the management, but also to player staff with what they've been able to achieve.
Good night. Do you think something different clicked today for the team to be able to score that many goals that haven't been happening in the recent games right here? And is the team feel ready for what's going on the next games going against the leaders and feeling the new sensation on playoffs?
I feel like I've been sitting here on a number of press conferences and speaking about margins and details, and we're almost there, and and I'd be like, soon we probably need to show that those margins and details are improving, otherwise these guys are going to be like, what's he talking about? Like, are we seeing the same thing? So hopefully today you could see that there are margins and details, and today we were on the right side of those, and then it can look like this, which is, I think, just really good for the self-confidence and the belief in what we're trying to do, to sort of get a lot of confirmation on the way that we do things, that if we are executing that right, it's very positive. Like I said before, I think we can be happy today. Now the players go off from international break, and then we have time to analyze Kansas and find a plan of how we're going to attack that game when we're doing that in 2 weeks' time. So, yeah, I'm not there in the mind right now.
And do you feel the high standard was displayed today, and you think it will reflect on the next games?
Like I said, I think there was a lot of confirmation and self-confidence that we can be drawn upon, but this league, you have to stay humble. You have to keep doing the basics. Was really nice tonight, but let's not get carried away. Let's stay with our feet on the ground. So far, we have achieved to go to the playoffs. That's great, but now it's about making the most out of that opportunity, and that's what we need everyone's commitment and buy-in to do. Thank you.
Abraham?
It's not often in professional soccer do you see 6 goals in a game. Have you experienced that in your career as a coach? And did you have a goal that you thought was most emblematic of how you like the way of offense to be working?
Yeah, I've managed teams scoring 6 goals or more than a handful of times, which is of course special. So I shouldn't say that that's normal for me, because it doesn't happen multiple times per season. But yeah, I've been lucky enough to manage good teams that's been able to do that before. But I do think it's so much about, when we're talking about these margins and the decision making on the final third, it's to be, when you see that you can be successful in it, it creates a lot of belief around that, and that's really powerful, and I think that's what we see today as well from the team. In Sweden, we're talking about the ketchup effect. Is that an American thing? No. So it's, the old school ketchup, the Heinz bottles, the ones where you had to turn around and you have to do, and what usually ended up happening there was that nothing came right, and then the whole bottle came out on the pasta. That's the ketchup effect. So that's what's happening today with the goals. We've been hammering on that bottle for a couple of games, and now it released. So now you guys learned something new as well, yeah?
Do we have any last ones in the room? Yes.
During the week, you talked about how Dudinia is incorporating into the playing style. She scores again tonight. Can you just talk about her performance overall?
Yeah, I think it was really strong. I think you can see both defendingly and attacking wise, she's growing. She's getting more confidence. She can showcase more of her abilities. It results in goals. It results in assists. I think huge credit to the translator, Tabata, that's been working with us. I mean, I think she's doing an absolute phenomenal job in order to try and work as a bridge between us, the coaching staff, the players, and Dudinia. Yeah, great. And I mean, she's been very coachable, but it's not easy coming into a new country, new culture, being a young player, first time you go abroad. So to see that it takes a little bit of time, I think it's normal. But I think I'm very impressed with the level that she's playing on already.
So let me just check Zoom. Fernando, do you have any last questions online? Fernando, do you have any last questions? Sorry, just let you talk.
Just a quick question, Jonas, or two quick questions. One, um, speaking of Dudinia, just you've implemented her into the starting lineup, and it seems like your offense has kind of changed since you guys put her in there. Obviously, it just doesn't rely on one person, but what do you feel like she's brought since you guys have started her? I mean, 4 goals in 4 games, and are you even a little surprised by the way she's quickly adapted to the game and the big impact that she's making?
Yes and no. Like I said, I think it's a big change to come from the Brazilian league to being able to showcase what we signed her for. It's never a given that you can do that as quick as she has been able to do, so that's very impressive. I think was clear with Dudinia when we signed her was that she was a really important piece of the puzzle for us to sort of elevate our formation and system and game model to the version 2.0. And being able to balance a little bit different with our fullbacks and our wide forwards, and that was really important, finding the right player with the right characteristics and abilities to be able to do that. So therefore I'm not that surprised with how that she's successful in that, because we had a role that was very much designed for her capabilities, because that's what we were looking for when we were looking for a player in that position.
And then last one for me, what do you guys have to do so that the ketchup bottle doesn't get jammed again when you guys come back from the international break?
Yeah, keep it fresh, right? It's nothing worse with a ketchup bottle that gets dry. It's not tasty, and and it might get stuck in the bottle as well. So yeah, we need to keep on moving.
Thank you, Jonas. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fernando. Thank you guys in the room. So
Thank
much.
you.
We will have Kristen McNabb and Kenza. You like my flowers?
Kristen McNabb, Kenza Dali. And I don't know if you guys heard, Kenza was named Player of the Season by the Sirens. That's why I have flowers.
Tony?
Thank you for your time tonight. Congratulations on the victory and clinching playoffs. Can both of you talk me through this matchup where Jonas was just talking about just the overflow of goals and offense here, and what it means for the squad to be able to move into the final game of the regular season with a result like this?
Yeah, it feels like finally the momentum is swinging our way. I think, we had a tough run of results for a while, but we know we had that in our locker because of the first half of the season and what we've built. So it's just been a matter of time. And I think last week was the starting point, and then we built off that. And, it's great to get goals because that just is going to, push us going into playoffs. So, yeah, we're really happy about it.
Kenza, your thoughts on the match night and then overall just being able to move into the final game and into playoffs with this momentum?
Yeah, as Kristen said, I think some of the game we deserved to win and we didn't because we couldn't score. The things were against us a little bit. You just need to keep the confidence high and keep doing what you do the best and be patient. And that's what we did. I think tonight we played really well. We played with intensity, and that was really important for the fans, for us, because we have some bad games at home, and I think the fans deserve better, and it's important to win at home. So celebrate with them. The qualification for the playoffs was amazing. Can't see me.
Abraham?
Kristen, you've been here since the beginning and making playoffs out of the last 4 years. What does it mean to be a part of this club and also making the playoffs?
It means everything. I think we set a really high standard our first year, and that's what we expect of ourselves every year. So falling short last year was a disappointment, and we knew coming back this year we had to make the playoffs, and that was our goal from the beginning, our first goal of many. So it's just ticking that box off, and I'm super proud to be a part of the club.
what's the next goal now for the club? Now that you guys clinched the playoffs?
Highest seed we can get, and then winning.
And Kenza, what does it mean for you to be honored with the player of the season by the Siren here with Kristen?
Yeah, as I always say, I'm not really chasing the individual things, but this one means a lot because it's coming from my people, the fans that like are here every single game making noise, and yeah, it's huge for me. It means a lot more than anything else, because they're part of this team, they're part of us, and they're really really important. So yeah, it means a lot.
Yes.
Hi, first of all, congratulations. Awesome game.
Thank you.
And we see this big win, but as fans, we don't see all the work behind it. So what was your personal impact behind the scenes, and what did it take to get it here?
It takes a lot. I mean, every week, like you guys, like you said, like you don't see it, but we've learned so much, especially from the struggles that we've had, and the tough run of games that we had. And I think it kind of finally feels like we're putting the puzzle pieces together. And I think like we've been focusing on really capitalizing on our goal scoring opportunities, and because we do have a lot of possession around opponents' boxes, but just being more lethal. And we scored a lot of goals tonight and some on set pieces. So I think both those things are things we've worked on. So it was really good to see.
Yes.
Hello, Kenza. So every match ever since Lamina came to the team, I've seen that you've talked a lot with her during the matches. I think it's probably the same behind, like during the week. How's it been for you? Like, do you feel like a mentor to her, or what do you usually say to her to get her to be the best form that we know that she can be? But yeah, can you tell us a little bit about that dynamic?
As you guys know, I know Lorena since she's like really, really little, probably like 7 or 8 years old. And as I say, like everyone knows the story. When I was at PSG, she used to stay after the training to have picture and stuff. So like I kind of like have a lot of affection for Lorena and her family. And having her here is first of all really important for the team because I think she's a great player. And she's really young, and she's gonna be amazing. And yeah, I feel a little bit like responsible for. She's now in national team. I try to push her to like having goals, big goals, and the adaptation here is really not easy. It's something that takes a lot of work, takes a lot of time, takes a lot of video. You need to build connections, especially in like a position like her. That San Diego is like going through a lot with the midfield. So in terms of positioning, of a lot of things that she's discovering. And I'm ahead of her because I was there before her, and I think like if we can win time, and she's someone that really, really listens. Every information that I give her, she's like doing it, so like encourage me to like keep pushing her. And I think tonight she had an amazing game, and I'm really not surprised because she's been putting the hard work since she's there. So yeah.
Any last questions? We'll see if Fernando, do you have any on Zoom?
I do. Just one quick question for both of you. Just what have you guys seen, the work that Dudinia's put in? She has 4 goals in the last 4 games. Just what has she kind of meant, what has her addition meant for this squad?
I think she's proven what she can do. And I think sometimes it takes players a little bit of an adjustment period to adapt to this league, but clearly not her. And she's like a little cheat code for us, and it's just really fun to watch her play. She's super dangerous, and we love having her here.
Cool. Was that your last one, Fernando?
I just wanted to get Kenza's thoughts also as one of the, also a leader of this team on Dudinia.
Yeah, I think Dudinia is an amazing player already, and she's like kind of like the player that love the 1v1, love that all the time, create something. When she's got the ball, like you can see her her first intention is always to create something, to go forward, to be a danger, and she's just playing without any fears, and she's been a great addition for us, really important one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.